What's up, everybody? Celtic Scarker here. Back from another video, get those 10s and 20 views. The last mock draft. Holy crap, that means I have to actually come up with legit content from now on, because I'm not doing reactions on this page, so I actually have to have something to talk about. But tonight is the NFL draft. Tonight is the first round. So this is like the end of this era of the football BS. So I did every team, picks 1 through 32 in order. I started off with a Panthers mock draft, and now we're doing my final, very last mock draft of the year, a 7-round Carolina Panthers mock draft. Let's get going. Alright, cool. Cowboys want to trade back. 12 for a 44, what was that? That is their second round pick. That's not terrible. I don't hate it. Ooh. Oh, this is how you trade up. This is how you trade up. Look at this. Picks 34, 65, a first and a second, and it's the Giants, and I know they're going to suck next year. Hi, Giants. I will trade back to pick 34. I know that loses a slight thing. Like I lose that 5th-year option. But hell, that just opened so many doors and avenues for picks that I was not planning on. Hold on. Let's look at this. We know the Giants aren't going to be good. They're probably picking top 10 next year. So we're getting a first and a second next year. Oof. And a third next year. The guy I want, I think I can get there. Or not. Got taken right there. God damn it. I was going to go for Edwin Morris. Sitting here, though, at pick 38, if you watched any of my mock drafts, you watched anything I've done, the only pick I want is Xavier Watts. Go get me my leader of my defense. Go get me this era Mike Minter. I've seen Notre Dame corners do safeties, play amazing. So let's go get our own. But we have more picks now. Alright, we are up. Move back 2 picks, but get a higher later pick. Yeah, I'll go back 2, go get a higher. No, reject both. Okay. Let's take a deep breath. We grabbed Watts. We grabbed a first, a second, and a third next year. So, it's like, one of the things, Jalen Royals. I saw him in one of the last mock drafts that I did. Caught 71 passes for just over 1,000 yards, 15 touchdowns at Utah. 5'11.5". It's like, just give him the 6 foot. It's one of those things where it's like we drafted a wide receiver at number 2 last year. Like number 1 last year. Jalen Royals is sitting there. He seems more of a Thielen type. And looking at everything on the board, I'm going to go get me my another weapon. Because you figure you will have your big wide receiver and Leggett. Coker, if he pans out, cool. There's the slot guy. I think Royals, being a 3-level threat, could definitely be a great little weapon there. Move back and get an extra pick next year. I'm not. You know what? Yeah, sure. I'll flip picks just to get that. Counter. I went your first. I knew they would say no. I knew they said no. Alright, who were we at? Look at the board. Look at the big board. Guard. We do need a center. 6'3". High upstart, 6'3", strong base. Bit slow. I don't like when it says like have stuff like that. Alright. Go back to the top. Grab the receiver last year. We get to play with house money on this one. So we grabbed our safety, we grabbed the receiver. We need edge, corner, and center. Darren Porter, here we go. Boom or bust prospect. Ugh. 6'2", length, speed. What's the downside? You know, it's one of the things. That seems all technique. We'll work with technique. We can fix technique. Especially with a Watts playing overhead. Like, hey, I'm good here. So we do. Make it a second. Can't blame me for trying there. Alright, so. Look at our board. Third round. Do you go another corner? This one's more man cover. What's the downside of this guy? So it's more or less that. So we have. Oh, center. We need a center. And we got our center from Georgia. Alabama quarterback taking snaps from a Georgia center. SEC meets SEC. Yeah, see, we didn't need to go back again. We just got them right there. Perfectly fine. Alright. See. 111. Slowly seeing who's. Cam Scapoo is there. That is an interesting pick if you're Carolina. Because he is a very much similar to Hubbard. Very similar to. We have pick 114, so I don't hate that. Pick up 3 more picks, lose a 7th. Oh! It popped up and got Riley Mills and Cam Scapoo on the board. Okay. That's a shocker. Going that far up to get Riley. Where I think he should go. Alright, cool. So we got our wide receiver, safety, wide receiver, corner, center. The only thing we're missing is edge, and I am going right after Jack Sawyer. I'm not letting him get away. I like this dude a lot. So I want to make sure I get him. Now that we got our checklist done, we can now go after whatever we want. Alright. 6'1". So yeah, I'd rather get Cross there. Let's see. Tackle. Never having enough big men. 6'7", big body guy. You know what? I don't hate that. Get a little project tackle for a little bit more depth. Cool. Ba, 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 ba. Alright. This one is going to be weird. And if you're a Panthers fan, you're going to be like, if you're not a Panthers fan, you're scratch your head. We need a goddamn kicker. He's already been kicking in pro stadiums, and when you describe him as accurate, consistent, with a strong leg, I'm gonna get a kicker. I know it's kind of like, oh, you got a kicker around 5. Yes, I just wanted to get a goddamn kicker. Now, linebackers. So we got our edge. Kind of need to go. We need a little more. 6'2", 4.6 speed. Not terrible. Yep. But I do think if you go in linebacker, I think it's where I took him. Nope. So because Panthers fan, I'm as a Notre Dame fan. Give me Jack Kaiser, 6'1", 231. It's like he can cover, he can tackle, and I'm a Notre Dame fan. So give me the Notre Dame boys. Give me all the Notre Dame boys. It's going from there, we get that fun. See, on our receiver, 6'3". Okay, that's big body. That said, he's an elite size speed specimen with good blocking chop. Now what? Yeah, cool. Wide receiver, get more receivers. Everyone was complaining about Carolina's receiver room. Let's just get more. Somebody's gonna have to fit into that spot. All right. 3-year starter at corner. Okay. Did I already draft 2? I think I drafted 2 already. 1. No, I drafted 1. Okay. Corner. Tommy Hill. Took the big step in production final year. Allowed to be caught on him nearly 70% of the time. Ooh. 3 touchdowns. Struggle making the work with him. Alright, pick 63. I'm not taking Leonard, for the love of God. I'm not taking Leonard. Nick Nash would be another interesting one. I know we just signed Tremble. We have Brooks. Not Brooks. Sanders? So we don't... But I think we can get him a little bit later. Nose for the ball. Leader for the field. Play call. Lacks the ideal speed. You know what? It's one of those things where we don't need a tight end, but I like having it. So just depth that tight end, get 3, because you can use Sanders more as a slot receiver, and Tremble as a more traditional tight end / middle linebacker. You bring in another catching guy. Don't hit. Is this my last pick? Are we out of picks after this? This is our final pick in round 6. I got from the Cincinnati back taken. Yep. All right. Let's see. Did I grab a defensive tackle? No. Definitely think we could use someone just to sit next to our defense tackle we already have, our good one. I'm drawing a blank on names right now. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, we can work on tackling technique. Boom. Derek Brown. There we go. Get him next to Derek Brown. I think those two guys push in the pocket, especially with Kaiser and Sawyer as linebacker edge combo. I think that'd be great. So now we just gotta wait for the draft to end, and then I can talk about each player more in depth and how happy I am with this draft. I will be live tonight doing a mock draft. Watch along to the draft. I will have this up in the background. I'll probably just blow up this part of the board to have myself a little bigger. So, waiting for the end. It's coming soon. I'm actually vastly happy with how this draft ended out, especially the first couple of picks. It's like the way that first round fell is, in my opinion, crazy. And the Giants, that was the trade that you wanted. That's how you go get a first round pick. So we traded from number 8 to number 38. Because the Giants gave us their first and second next year. And their second this year. So we got 3. Second, first next year, probably a top 10. That team does not look good, especially in that division. Second round pick, probably. So that gives us at least 3 picks, most likely in the top 40 next year. We got a third from New England and a fourth from Chicago. Realistically, that's like what? Plus our normal picks, that's a lot of picks in the top, like, what? 60, 70 picks. Alright, so now let's get to the actual pick. Xavier Watts, I have been singing this man praise, saying we should kind of move up to go get him in a second. 13 interceptions in 2 years. It's just, he hits everything. He's like man coverage, complete frame. So it's like he can do everything. It's like, look at Kyle Hamilton in Baltimore. Notre Dame safety. This is the same thing. So it's like, every good thing you see about Kyle Hamilton, Xavier Watts should do that. Jalen Royals. I literally just read him like a couple picks, mock drafts ago. But it's like, it's a complete 3-low receiver. Made a lot of catches for a lot of yards. It's like, can be a phenomenal wide receiver too, with impact side. I don't hate that. It's like Benjamin, Coker, if they take the next step forward, hopefully they both do, they'll be competing for the number 1 slot. Royals can kind of learn from Thielen and be the next era Thielen Ricky Prohl for Carolina. Corner. We need a corner. It is a pass-happy league. This is a boom or bust. He seems to have everything. And with this, if worst-case scenario, you move him back to free safety. Like, there's your strong safety. Move him to free safety. I don't hate that either. We need a center. 3-year starter at Georgia. So, Bryce Young should at least know his name. Jack Sawyer, I don't know why he's dropping like he is. 6'4", 220. Like, super strong, super big. Looked great against Notre Dame. You never have too much big men. We need a kicker. Pinheiro is okay. But his big stick was, like I also was saying, like, oh, within 40 yards, he doesn't miss. He started to miss. We probably lost a few games this year because of kicking. When you have the words accurate, consistent, reliable, strong leg, impressive range, I'm going to need a kicker. I don't care. I took him earlier. Get me a kicker. Jack Kaiser is one of my favorite rounds. 4 or later linebackers, 6'1", doesn't miss people. Derek Brown is going to create a path in the middle. Jack Kaiser will clean it up. He did that with Riley Mills and Howard Cross. So, no receiver. Hey, if you want to complain about Carolina's receiver room, I got you here. It's like average threat of catching. We have Thielen there. You can learn to catch, or you can use him as a kick return specialist. He has elite size speed, especially with good blocking chops. I'm not going to complain. Need a corner? Take a chance on a corner. Hey, we have 2 tight ends. Tremble is a blocking tight end. It's a Notre Dame tight end that can catch. Okay, his top end athleticism is limited, but so what? He's Notre Dame tight end. Can have too much depth. Stick him next to Derek Brown. Like I said, stick him next to Derek Brown with Kaiser and Sawyer sitting around going, we'll clean everything up. And then, like I said, all of the picks, I would be happy with this. Like I said, the Giants giving up a first, a second, the second this year, and realistically probably a third next year or second next year. Probably get like a few more things to get to that top first spot. I'm not complaining. Yeah, there's a few guys in that top 10 that I would have wanted and like having that 5th year option, but first, second. I hope Carolina's not picking the top 10 next year, so this gets us back in that top 10. But that is it. That's all. Come watch the NFL draft tonight. If you're a Panthers fan, pop in, say hi, and whatnot. Till then, I'll see you weird people later.